Hello and welcome back to my Dandelion Diaries for another new pen day. So I'm really excited to open this. This is the Opus 88 in the Jazz model in the clear finish. I really loved my Opus 88 Mini so much that I knew it wouldn't be my last Opus, and I really wanted to try one of the larger models, and Vanessa had a really great deal on this one, so I picked it up. And I'm really excited to kind of test it out with you guys. As for the Opus 88 box, it's just your standard clamshell box with a nice kind of paper cardboard feel. The box comes with a pen, a dropper, and an extra one of the sealing rings, since this is an eyedropper pen. It also comes with a little booklet on how to use the pen, which I think is really great for a user, especially if you've never had an eyedropper pen before or you've never had an Opus pen before. Since this one is my second, I'm going to set this to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and pull out the pen and we will take a closer look at it. So here is the Opus 88 Jazz in clear. I'm obsessed with these finials. Just wow. Okay. In the belly band here, we have Opus 88, very, very shiny. It has silver trim, and it is got a clip that is pretty springy. I'm happy with that. And the finials are just really cool and clear, but like the way they are is like marble-esque or marble-esque. So they have a kind of like, I don't know, fishbowl aquarium like look to me. I don't know. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's go ahead and uncap it. 1, 2, 3. So almost 3 full turns. I'm not mad at that considering this is an eyedropper pen and I'd rather it be really well sealed. So if there is any possible leakage that it doesn't leak everywhere. I ordered this in a fine. So this is the fine 𝗬𝗏 in a number 6 size versus the number 5. The mini of this has the number 5. So, yeah. The grip section, oh, that is tight. The grip section comes off of the barrel. Those turns are really squeaky. I might need to grease those. And then inside the body or the barrel of the pen, the body of the pen, if I can get the camera to focus, there we go. You can see the kind of internal plunger system that keeps the pen sealed. You would open up the back here by turning the end finial to release that, which allows the ink to flow into the front of the pen. You can write with it closed for a little while, but you'll get to the point where it will stop writing because the ink won't flow anymore. At least in my experience with these. I mean, this is only my second Opus, so I probably should just share my opinion. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way this looks. I love how neutral it is, and I feel like any ink that you put in it is just going to look fabulous because it's clear. It's like a really good demonstrator. Man, the nib section with the body section, it just feels really tight to turn. But that might just be me. Let me inspect this for a second. It was just me. I was messing with like the O-ring or whatever it's called is not, it's still really stiff. That's why it's having such a hard time turning into the pen, the nib section. Oh my gosh. Anyways, let me go ahead and do some size comparisons with this, and I can show you guys how it compares to some of the other pens I have in my collection. So here we have this next to a 𝗬𝗏 Eco, which is actually another demonstrator pen. Here is it next to an Esterbrook Esty. I honestly feel like it's a pretty large pen for the Opus 88 here. Here it is next to a Pilot Custom 823, another one of the larger pens I have. And then I sadly don't have my Opus 88 Mini with me, but I will compare it to a Kaweco Sport. So you can see, because the Opus 88 Mini is slightly bigger than the Kaweco Sport. But you can see how much smaller the Mini would be. But yeah, I'm really happy with the size of this. Let's go ahead and uncap some of these and compare them that way. It is definitely a large pen. I think closest is to the Pilot Custom 823. It's still slightly longer though, but it's not as long as the 𝗦𝘃𝗏 Eco. I think it works well for my purposes. The Esterbrook SD is like my perfect pen body in weight, and I feel like they're very close together. Like all three of these pens are actually, or four, however many I just had. So I'm definitely happy with the size. It does fit very well in my hand, and I do believe it will post. So let's give that a try. It does post, but it does end up being a bit back heavy after the post. So I can't really, I don't know how I feel about the post because it does feel a bit back heavy. And with this being open, I would be afraid of taking off the back finial if I post it, but it does work if you needed to post it. For me personally, I don't think I'm going to be posting this one just because it's a bit of a larger pen and I'd be more comfortable with it unposted. But let me go ahead and try out a writing sample. I'm not going to be inking this up. I'm just going to do a dip test, but I just want to double check my nib and make sure everything is in working order with that. I'm going to be dip testing with Pilot Blue just because I have it handy, and we will go ahead and test out this fine Joe number 6. So this is the Opus 88 in Jazz Clear, and the ink is Pilot Blue. We have a Joe number 6 fine steel nib, which seems to be doing absolutely wonderfully. I don't know, there's something about these nibs I really, really like. Like, I feel like they're so consistent and they do really, really well. Like, they're good for a fast, they're good for a slow, they're just all around a good time. So the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. I don't know where, I think I was on Reddit, and I saw somebody trying to come up with a different phrase because it was like missing a letter or something. They were joking around that it was missing a letter, and I had the hardest time trying to figure out what letter is it missing. I think it has all 26, and I was really struggling, and I think it was a joke, but I just had to share because it made me really contemplate this phrase that I've written so many times on if it had all of the letters in it or not. But yeah, that is it for the Opus 88 Jazz in clear. I am very happy with this pen. I'm happy to add to my Opus 88 family. I don't really see the need to get another one at this point since I have a mini and a larger one. Plus, I don't really use eyedropper pens all that much because I'm not using that volume of ink very often, but I'm really happy to have at least a fun demonstrator one that can go with literally any color under the sun and be perfectly okay. Really happy with my Opus 88 collection for sure. Anyways, if you have any questions about this Opus 88 Jazz in clear or any questions at all for me about pens, please chat with me down in the comments. I'm always happy to talk about fountain pens and ink. It's one of my favorite hobbies for sure. But yeah, I wish you the best. Have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.